Yes.
Yeah,
Going on
I
all of
also
that.
want to address the aspect of meditation, especially what Note said about not realizing what it is until even at until this call. I mean, this live, and that was the same with me. Like on my journey of meditation, uh, because I'm still on this journey of decolonizing my mind, right? And in my journey, it's only in recent years that I realized what I thought was meditation is actually the opposite of meditation. Uh, and I made a post about this recently on Facebook on what I call colonized meditation or westernized meditation, which is when they do so-called guided visualizations or even the so-called chakra meditations. They take you into these hypnotic fantasies. So they're actually taking you away from yourself. They feel good. They make you feel peaceful. But meditation is not about feeling peaceful. It's not about feeling good. In fact, it can be the opposite. It's about facing yourself, which means it can actually be about feeling bad, where you have to feel all the flawed parts of yourself that you don't want to face. So in indigenous culture, and meditation at its simplest is just sitting with yourself for an
Yes.
hour, for 2 hours, uh, and just like knowing, like bringing up all of these things that you've never wanted to face. Again, like Yuval Noah Harari has a powerful story about this, where uh, now he's a best-selling author. He goes on these lecture circuits all over the world. He's all over YouTube, right? He's written three best-selling books on both the history and the future of humanity, right? Sapiens, Homo Deus, and 21 Lessons for the 21st Century. But before he wrote all of those books, he was, he was a professor in Israel. He's still a professor in Israel, of history, right? But he was struggling a lot in some ways, like, and he started taking up, this very simple form of meditation, which is just observing the breath, right? And he would notice, and one day he noticed that he couldn't observe his own breath for more than three breaths, right? And one day he had this huge breakthrough where even that knowing that he couldn't observe his breath for more than three breaths was a huge breakthrough for him, because as a historian he realized, oh my God, like I'm a history professor. I'm supposed to know the reality of history, even the reality of the present moment, of geopolitics and things like that. I'm a teacher of this, and I don't even know the reality of my own breath for more than three breaths. Then how can I know the reality of geopolitics? How?
Wow.
Mind blown. Like,
Wow. Yeah. It's funny. It's funny because we're talking about guided meditation, and I see notes playing Destiny. Like, what's the difference between guided meditation and a video game?